Hello, welcome back to another round of Arbitration Studios as we begin a new journey across the whole damn thing. Mrs. Arbiter, what are we playing?
Legend of Zelda.
I love this music. The NES classic, I mean, it's wrong to say that this was what made Shigeru Miyamoto's career. But it certainly, I think, cemented him as a creative auteur.
The only food is chicken?
The food works differently, and it's more just the generic cartoony wad o meat on bone. So.
Okay. Just curious.
So,
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, dork. That is that was a previous save file on this that I hadn't really started. So, register your name. Well, B I T E and R.
So what's your history with Zelda?
It starts with visiting. There were two people. There was my cousins, Chris and Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
And Carrie in particular was much more into like adventuring games than anything else, rather than action and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
The very infamous scene here. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. There's actually a mental health charity called Take This. That uses the same idea. So, anywho, so like my cousin Carrie would play this and pass the control off to me, and we just explore around and you know, just screw around with it. So that was kind of that history. Then there was another kid, and I have a lot of Nintendo history with this kid, a kid named Ivan.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the same, like, preschool together. And so, and his mom and my mom were friends, and they worked on some volunteer crap together and all that sort of stuff. Anywho, come on, hop up. Well, crap, can't grab that. Anyway, so, like... Ow.
Bad Dalek.
I forget what these things are called. Ow.
Look like Daleks to me.
Look like what?
Daleks.
Daleks? I mean, maybe. But... It's more like they're like living cactuses. Well, cactuses are living, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Mobile cactuses. 20 rupees, that's what I needed.
For...
Well, we're gonna do something a little strange here. Yeah, normally the whole idea is that... first off, this game is a true open world experience, which actually makes it fairly unique among Legend of Zelda games. Because a lot of times with traditional Legend of Zelda games, you are, even though you can kind of explore around and fap around in the overworld, you are usually funneled into one dungeon or another.
Mm-hmm.
But, because this is open world, if you play a certain way, you can actually get a lot of cool stuff before even,
Going to the first dungeon.
Yep. And so we're gonna do that. So first we're gonna go back to where we were. We're...
think for me, Legend of Zelda has always been one of those mystery games where, sure, I know what the ending is, but I've never actually finished it because the battery died in the cartridge.
And so saves kept getting wiped.
Yeah.
So, first cool thing. Bloop. Boom. Haha.
Nice. But I have another interesting experience with Legend of Zelda, and this is actually a board game style experience.
Uh-huh.
So there was a game called Quest for Camelot that we were demoing.
With what company?
With Catalyst Game Labs.
Hmm.
And this was pre-pandemic.
The fact that we have to outline that.
Yeah, the fact that we have to outline and explain that makes me feel... It feels weird. But this was a game that, as typically for Gen Con, for the demo team members who were doing the demoing at the booth, were told, oh yeah, you gotta learn this game. So we're handed this game, Quest for Camelot. I think that's the name of the game.
Or Crown of Camelot or whatever, but...
Something. So, you basically collect 3 keys, and if you collect 3 keys, you win.
Mm-hmm.
So, 3 parts, Triforce. But here's the thing that made it really Zelda-like. They didn't have enough figures for it to be where it was on all the player squares. So whatever you moved, everything respawned and despawned. So I was really sad that entire convention. I kept on saying that this is basically, and this isn't licensed for this, but it is Legend of Zelda in a board game style.
I remember.
And I wasn't lying about it.
No, you weren't lying at all. I remember this game, and it does kind of fit that. A little bit of Castlevania, too.
Well, it was the respawning and despawning element to it that made me kind of giggle more. It's still a really fun game to pull out every now and then. But it was one of those that just stuck with you.
It also had, if I remember right, a Settlers of Catan thing. Oop.
Yeah, it expands as you go with the players. So yeah, it does do that. But the fact that you had to reset everything made it kind of neat. So I didn't see a single link. The entire convention, I was sad. At least not in the booth. When you're working the booth, you don't exactly get much time outside of it.
Uh-oh. First death.
Mm-hmm.
We should probably reinstitute the Arbitration Studios kill counter.
We probably should. We could. We can add that in later.
Yep. So, gotta...
But this is a game I was always curious to see the, real ending. I knew what the ending was, but I kind of wanted to see it for myself. Because I didn't really...
And now we're here.
I didn't really get a chance to play many games growing up.
Well, and real ending is a bit of a misnomer, because it's, I
wanted to see the ending.
Well, what the trick was that there were 2 quests. At least for the original game. There was the initial quest, which was the how it was intended, and then there was another quest which was essentially hard mode. The hard mode was where the dungeons spelled out Zelda. The dungeon maps did.
Interesting.
So, anyway, it was a,
Oh, Super Camelot. That's the board game.
There we go.
Yeah, it was 3 keys, and you're searching for and you want to be the first one to get the Holy Grail. That was the whole idea behind the game.
So, it was a fun game, and it's still available now. Published by Catalyst Game Labs.
Oh, yeah.
So.
It is still a really fun game. This one didn't have licensing problems with it. I say problems in every positive way of the word.
Nope, I've already gotten in there. It was up 1, and then...
Do you need a printed map?
I have one right here.
But do you need one you can X out on? Like mark X's on to remember where you're going?
I mean...
So many of the maps look similar, you know?
Just... shut up. You know, secrets, maps, and pathfinding. They're always a trick.
Mm-hmm.
Ha! So one
You
of
win.
these guys. Nope.
Ah!
There we go. It's a secret to everybody!
For 30 rupees.
For 30 rupees.
Well, 30 rupees more than you had last time. And items don't just up and die on you or anything, so that helps.
So,
But you can't go back there, can you? You won't get the rupees again, will you?
Nope.
Nope. Okay,
So,
just curious.
nope. Nope, the money dogs are one time.
So what other Zelda games have you played
Most
that
of
you
them.
really liked?
That I really liked. I mean, yeah, The Legend of Zelda runs into what I call the Star Trek problem. In that, generally speaking,
Mm-hmm.
most Zelda fans will... The debate over which one is liked more is... Do you like Ocarina of Time more, or do you like A Link to the Past more? That's the majority. You know, there's always some asshole who votes for Cisco. I mean, Four Swords. There we go. So, fun thing about these, you get the life medicine, which is a consumable item that will give you 2 points of full healing,
Mm-hmm.
or you have the heart container, which permanently increases your life. Never take the medicine. I have no idea why some people would
They
take the
might
medicine.
think it's gonna help.
Well, like in an acute...
Or if you're doing like a hard mode where you're trying not to get more life counters or something, or...
Yeah, but that's you intentionally limiting yourself then. I can't account for that.
Yeah. Very... I think the one Zelda game that I'm kind of glad I never got into, or there's one where you can where the Master Sword actually can break.
It's not... The Master Sword doesn't break in that game. I know what you're talking about. It was, the modern Zelda games do this, where you have, whoop, there we are.
Nice. Where it's...
Well, what's the word I'm looking for? The modern Zelda games have this whole deal where you can... where yeah, the various weapons and items that you pick up do have limited health, and thus, you can... they can break. The Master Sword itself does not break, it just will lose its magic. And then you have to recharge it.
Oh. Show this to the old woman.
Yep. So, now for the hard part. I actually have to I have to fill up all my hearts.
And the first dungeon after that?
Well, not quite, but we're getting there.
Just wondering.
Ow. Pardon the curse.
I think my favorite so far has been one, I can't remember the name because there's so many games, but the one where Zelda is a ghost. And you're the only one who can see her.
Is that one of the DS games?
Yes.
Spirit Tracks or Phantom Hourglass?
Spirit Tracks.
The one for the autistic fans.
Mhm.
I like trains.
It is a really neat game.
Mm-hmm.
I personally enjoyed a lot.
And it's a spin-off of the game Wind Waker. Alright, good. We need that. And plus, now I'm not going to be throwing bombs willy-nilly on accident. Candle serves two functions. First off, it's a nice, convenient fire attack.
Nice.
And secondly, in some dungeons, there are rooms that are, and go with me on this, dark.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Now I just gotta not get hit.
Good luck.
Good luck. Ow. Yep.
You were saying?
I needed to not get hit. And that was the opposite of not getting hit.
Yes, indeed it was. I love how you get stuck in a spot and you still see the...
Yeah, the pathfinding isn't great.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, what can you... It's still interesting.
Okay. Now, don't get hit, don't get hit, don't get hit, don't get hit, and then there's this asshole.
Oh, a goat?
Centaur.
Who gave the centaur swords?
2 swords. He dual wields.
Who gave him swords?
Well,
Never mind, don't answer that question.
it is a world of monsters and magic. Ha! So, often called the wooden sword, I always like to believe that it was more like bronze or something.
Mm-hmm.
We have proper steel now.
Ah.
Twice the damage. Including on the Zappy Zaps. See? Twice the damage.
Nice.
Now, the only downside is Mr. Dual Sword Centaur has Zappy Zaps too.
Yeah. Not exactly simple.
Nope. Anyway, we are almost ready for the first dungeon now. Just gonna do a couple... falling rocks! As for me, my actual personal favorite, like I said, the 3, and there are actually 3 big ones, but there's Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, and, okay. Which one is it? And then kind of the Deep Space Nine, to continue the Star Trek analogy of ow. Ow. There we are. Of Zelda is the Wind Waker. And the Wind Waker is actually my personal favorite because it's so expansive and because it does a lot of things that are very different. Yeah. The game that I've always appreciated more than most is Zelda, and seems to be getting a bit of a revived interest, is Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link, the direct sequel to this, and it suffered from what I like to call NES sequelitis.
Sequelitis.
Yeah, there was this weird belief that for the American audience, that there wasn't an appetite. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
For sequels?
Specifically for 2, 3, 4, for sequels that played exactly like the previous game. That they want, that, you know, that new games had to subvert the formula. They had to be a lot more, they had to be different. And you saw this in particular with Zelda 2 and Super Mario Brothers 2. All right.
Boy, this is really expensive.
Not as expensive as it could be. This is actually one of the best shops you can go to. So, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, you had a top-down overworld, and then you would go into villages and into dungeons in a side-scrolling method. And it was, it subverted the formula right before the formula even existed. It wasn't that popular because it didn't play the same way that Zelda 2 did, even though it did largely follow the formula, which is go to dungeons, beat the boss, get the artifact, do the thing, save the princess. But just it wasn't that popular. But I say recently, like over the last decade or so, like it's gotten a lot more love. It's gotten its proper due, which I really appreciate.
Some things are more appreciated later on than early. That's all. It just takes time for people to really be able to understand and appreciate it.
All right, I'm going to ask you to say that again because I want to edit this pause out of me, like, trying to navigate my dumbass around. So, but yeah, it was just a really underappreciated game, I think, at the time, and it's getting its proper due.
Well, it takes time sometimes. Eventually, some games will not necessarily mature, so to speak, but they will find their audience.
Almost 40 years later.
Yes, but what do you expect? You can't always be perfect. Now, what's the difference between those guys?
Blue ones are tougher.
Oh. One hit, two hit. Red hit, blue.
One hit, two hit, red hit, blue hit. Although in the that's not right.
You're getting lost already.
Yes. Welcome to Zelda.
Just wanted to ask.
You weren't wrong.
One-eyed spitters.
Yeah, I don't remember what them bastards are called. Ah, that's what I wanted. Boop.
Bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow.
The smaller spear.
No.
One could say.
Actually, the arrows are really potent. Is that... No. No, that wasn't it. I remember there was another money dog. Like, somewhere in this area. Or was it this area? Because the arrangement of the bushes is the same. Memory's playing on me. There it is.
It's a secret to everybody.
Yep. Alright.
So is Money Dog the official term for it, or your term?
My term. Because the Moblins, which is what they're called.
Ah.
Basically like dog demons. They're, ow. Fart knocker. So it's like money moblins or rupee moblins. Because for some reason, this, The Legend of Zelda shares the name of its currency with the, currency of India. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's a choice.
It is a choice. But, So, anyway, just... Yeah. There are dogs that will occasionally give you money once in order to kind of help you raise funds for stuff that are along the way. And here, pretty soon, the goal is to, I want to turn our green boy here blue. Ow.
Blue.
Yeah, blue.
Make him tougher.
Yep, it'll make him tougher.
So it won't be a one-hit gone.
Alright, so, old lady. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Buy medicine before you go.
Sure.
What does the blue one do?
It can only be used once.
Or the red can be used twice?
Exactly.
Ah. So the exact opposite.
Mm-hmm.
It's amusing how color palettes can be so simple and fun.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, welcome to that Nintendo slowdown. Hehehe. All right.
See, calling them money dogs versus moglins, as they're called, makes me think of Spyro, and I still remember playing through some of the games and everyone was looking at the one character and it was like, hey, yeah, Mr. Moneybags. He was like, Mr. Moneybags, huh? Because he was the one who always took the money from you to learn things like how to swim and gain skills.
Very exploitative character.
Yes.
And then there's that fucking raccoon from Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I don't want to go into Tom Nook.
Like, at one point, there's the spirit of capitalism is strong, and at the other point, fuck that raccoon.
Get to a desert island. Oh yeah, I'm creating an economy. It has bells. But it has bells.
Yeah.
Still has that, well, what?
Take your bells and shove them.
It is amusing. Actually, Animal Crossing just got an update for the first time in 4 years. You get to make a hotel and decorate the rooms now. And then and you can dress your tourists in certain ways to act as a pole or whatever you want to do. It's really neat.
Act as a pole?
Well, there's 2 outfits you can pick. And I've seen a few people doing like Mario versus Luigi and seeing how many people pick which.
Oh! Like a political pole. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were talking like stripper pole.
No.
Or a pole to beat someone with.
No.
Pausing again. Boy, that NES slowdown. Anywho.
I always hated that I could never finish. It's like we always got... Whether you got the game new or used, you never knew for sure that if it was actually going to finish. Sometimes. At least at first.
Yep.
Because you couldn't just reset the discs, you couldn't just reset this or that.
With the right tools and you could replace the battery. And I've done that. No, I did that.
My dad wasn't that talented.
Now, the other thing is I also did it as a teenager, not as a kid. So, like, when I bought Super Metroid from Funko Land, used, and its battery well burned out, I ran into the same problem you did.
Just bothered that you couldn't finish the darn game, and just like, why?
Yeah. And in the case of Super Metroid, oh boy, do you need that battery. So, the downside is that with the battery dead, even if there is like enough juice to hypothetically retain it, the second you remove that battery, that save is gone. deader than the proverbial doornail.
Well, and then you go to the future generations where you have this save card to put all your saves on.
Alright, kids. I need money.
Just makes me think of just how lucky kids are nowadays with games that the video game systems will do the saves and retain them.
Save on the cloud.
You can play on multiple things.
Ow.
Oh, that's right. Quest for Camelot. Link in the search for the Holy Grail. That's what I was kept on defining that game as. Sorry, bouncing around. Anyway. That was just my quick, 2-second spiel as people were walking.
Oh. Boink. Used to be I had a hard time getting bombs because stuff wasn't regenerating, and now I'm getting them all the time. There is a mathematical formula, and I don't understand it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's better not to try and not understand it, because if you don't understand the formula or the algorithms, you just kind of roll with it. And that's not everyone's forte.
Yep.
And that's okay.
Thank you.
So how many rupees do you need?
3.
3?
3.
Oh, you need 255.
Well, no, I needed 250.
Oh, well. I get you.
So... But yeah, we can go, now we can go up because that area where there was the half-dozen statues. There's a shop in there that contains a one-of-a-kind item.
One of a kind.
One of a kind.
It's just which statue holds the key. Or locks the door.
I am the lock. I'll just
Found it.
Haha! The blue ring! And there we go! And now we are Blue Link. Little boy blue, come blow your horn. So, anyway, that is, I think, a good place, though, to start it, because that is all the overworld preamble that we need to do. We're now twice as tough, twice as strong, and...
Can take twice as many hits as long as you have all full health.
Well, that's what I was getting. That's what the twice as tough was. And we are much more ready to rock and roll for our first... we have 6 heart pieces to boot, so we've also doubled our health. And we've got a healthy head start on our item collection for this adventure.
Nice.
So, yeah, we're going to take a break. When we come back next time, we will be heading into our first dungeon and getting our first hunk of the legendary Triforce. So, until then, I'm JP Arbiter.
I'm Mrs. Arbiter.
We'll see you next time.